evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's presentation of the Epic Basketball League. My name is Dave Little, and we are coming to you live from the Dave Cave with action from the quarterfinals of the championship tier of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League campaign. And tonight we bring you the 3-6 matchup between the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers. On the screen right now, we have the gold tier playoff bracket on the screen. All three of the other playoff series currently stand at 2-0. Golden State is up on Phoenix. Chicago is trailing New York, and Milwaukee is up on top of Seattle. So the first, second, and fourth seeds have all taken the 2-0 lead. Los Angeles currently leads Houston 1-0, and they look to take a 2-0 lead here as well in the Forum at Los Angeles. And that brings us to tonight's starting lineups. The visiting Houston Rockets had a rough go in the gold tier of the gold division of the Epic Basketball League here in 72-73 as they try to pull the upset. In the backcourt, they will start the duo of Jimmy Walker and Mike Newlin. Walker, a 6-year man out of Providence, and Newlin, 2nd year out of Utah. The forwards for Houston is where they get their business done with Jack Marin, 18.5 points per game, 7th year man out of Duke. And Rudy Tomjanovic averaging a double-double in the 72-73 NBA season, 19.3 points per game and 11.6 rebounds. And the big man down low is Otto Moore, 5th year out of Texas Pan American, also averaged a double-double for the Rockets in 72-73 with 12 points and 11 rebounds. So that will be your starting lineup for Houston. And, of course, pay attention to the dynamic backup point guard Calvin Murphy, who is a stud in his own right and should see plenty of action here tonight for Houston as they attempt to knock the Lakers off of the mountain. For the Lakers, a very famous squad. The backcourt duo unparalleled in this league in this era. Jerry West at the point guard and GAIL Goodrich at the shooting guard. West, of course, number 4 in the league in assists in 72-73 at 8.8 per game to go with 22.8 points per game. And GAIL Goodrich, number 8 in the league overall at 23.9 points per game in 72-73. The forwards are solid in Jim McMillan and Bill Bridges. Bridges, in fact, a tremendous rebounder veteran out of Kansas. And it appears that the Lakers are without the services of Happy Hairston tonight. But the big man in the middle, the 36-year-old wonder, 14 years out of Kansas, Wilt Chamberlain led the league in rebounds at 18.6 per game in 72-73, led the league in field goal percentage, and astonishingly enough for a 36-year-old guy, was number 2 in the league in minutes played. So those are your starters, and we hope for a competitive ball game here tonight in the Forum at Los Angeles. As we get ready for tonight's opening tip-off. Moore and Chamberlain to jump it up, and Chamberlain controls the tip. West controls for the Lakers. And Los Angeles sets up the offense. Moving from left to right on your computer screen. With the ball out on top is West. West setting up the offense. Over to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich has it knocked away and out of bounds as he tries to get into the paint. but the ball will stay with Los Angeles with 10 to go on the shot clock. Bridges to inbound for Los Angeles. The ball goes to West and back down inside to Bridges. Tries to get it to Chamberlain. That's a bad pass, and it's picked off by Rudy Tomjanovich. So LA comes up empty on their first possession, and now the Rockets will have a chance on offense. The ball goes inside to Rudy T. His shot spins out and is pulled down by Chamberlain on the rebound. Back come the Lakers, looking for the first points of the ball game. They go inside once again to Bridges. Bridges on the low block shoots over Tomjanovich and scores. Give the assist to Jerry West on the play. And the Lakers go up 2-0. Houston looks inside to Rudy T. He tries to get the shot off, and it is swatted away by Mcmillan. And Bill Bridges takes the rebound for the Lakers. West wants to run. He dribbles the ball down the center of the court. Finds Chamberlain down low. Back to West on the give and go. West lays it up and good, and he is fouled on the play. Jerry West with an opportunity at a three-point play here, as he was fouled going to the basket by Mike Newland, and it will be one shot for Jerry West. And West converts. It's now a 5-0 ball game. Houston still looking to score their first points of the night. Tomjanovich is their guy down low. He steps around Bridges, gets to the left hand, off the glass, and good. First two of the game for the Rockets. It's a 5-2 game. Now the Lakers look down to Wilt on the inside. Wilt has got it down low. He fakes left, he fakes right. We've got a whistle and a foul on Moore. Otto Moore with the foul on the floor, and the Lakers will have the side out. 10:27 to play in the first period. Once again, they are going to look inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain working on Otto Moore down low. His short jump shot is good, and he is fouled on the play by Moore. So two quick fouls on one possession on Otto Moore, and already he has to go to the bench. He will be replaced by Cliff Mealy. 6'8", 215 out of Colorado. Boy, I don't like his odds. 6'8", 215 against 7'1", 275. It's going to be a long night for Cliff Mealy as Wilt Chamberlain steps to the free throw line. Chamberlain, of course, a notoriously bad free throw shooter in his career, but he gets that one to go. And the Lakers are quickly out on top 8-2 here in Los Angeles. Rockets trying to keep pace. They swing it around to Newland from the outside. Newland's jump shot is off iron, no good. And the rebound bounces out of bounds. Possession back to Los Angeles. Here come the Lakers. West on the outside sends it to Goodrich. Goodrich with a long jump shot is off the rim, no good. And Cliff Mealy just into the game takes the rebound for Houston. Jimmy Walker directing the offense. Dumps it in down low to Marin. Marin at the elbow. Working on Jim McMillan in there, and Marin walks with it. McMillan holds his ground on the defensive end and forces the turnover. Ball goes back over to Los Angeles. It's in the hands of West out on top. He's picked up by Walker. 16 on the shot clock. West from 18 tries to get it down low to Bridges and has that pass picked off by Tomjanovich. It's 2-on-2 going the other way. West back quickly on the defensive end, and Houston will slow things down and set up the half court. Once again, they go to Newland on the wing. Newland left that one short, but Cliff Mealy comes down with the offensive board for the Rockets. Mealy takes it up strong, steps around Chamberlain. Chamberlain may have got a piece of that. As the ball rims out, Mealy gets it back. Mealy puts it up again. Can't get a shot off. Tries to pass it back out to the wing, and he threw that one away out of bounds for the turnover. LA still leads 8-2 here early in the first period of play. The open man for LA is Bridges. He gets the pass from West, goes to the right hand on the layup, cannot get it to fall, and Jack Marin pulls the rebound for Houston. Into the front court they go. It's another look for Newland and another miss off target. Marin with the offensive board. Marin comes up strong, tries to get something off on the putback, can't get the shot off, loses it out of bounds. That's a turnover. Ball goes back to Los Angeles. We're 3 minutes into this one, and it is still 8-2 in favor of the Lakers. Lakers now with the basketball. They get it to McMillan down low. He finds Chamberlain on the low block. Chamberlain takes it up strong, but he is fouled on the play by Newland. They call that foul on the floor. That is number 2 on Mike Newland, and that will send Newland to the bench in foul trouble. He'll be replaced by Calvin Murphy for the Rockets as Houston tries to find something to get the offense going here in the first period. West on the outside sends it to Goodrich. Goodrich from 15 is good. First basket of the night for GAIL Goodrich. It is now a 10-2 ball game. Walker dribbles into the front court for Houston. Two-man game with Murphy out on top. They send it over to Marin, and Marin has it stripped away and stolen by GAIL Goodrich. So LA continues to come up big on the defensive end. We're under 8 minutes to play here in the first period. It is LA on top 10-2. West with it out on top. West wants to attack. He's got Walker on him. Tries to dump it into Chamberlain. It's stripped away and stolen by Tomjanovich. 3 steals on the night for Rudy T. The Rockets just haven't been able to turn any of those into points as of yet. And now we have our first runtime error of the evening. The runtime error on the sports game will force us to restart things here. And resume same game. Hey, Jim Connell, welcome to the chat room here tonight. Let's see, it is May the 6th, and we are working on Houston at Los Angeles. And let's see if we can get the software to cooperate a little better. We had all kinds of trouble with this game last week. And in fact, at one point, we were forced to discontinue the stream to reboot. And now it is Houston with the basketball, trailing 10-2, with Jimmy Walker looking to trigger the offense for the Rockets. They're working around the perimeter, looking for an entry pass. They get it to Tomjanovich down low, but LA's all over him, and Rudy T is forced to call the timeout. As we say hello in the chat room to Al, Red Sox fan. Hello, Al. It is the Elite Eight in the NBA playoffs, and another turnover by the Rockets. Already 4 or 5 turnovers on the night in the first 4.5 minutes of play. So Houston not at all finding any success on the offensive end. LA on top 10-2 and looking to extend the lead. As Jerry West brings it into the front court, sends it to Goodrich on the outside. Goodrich steps around Calvin Murphy, gets into the lane. The layup is no good. And Mealy takes down the rebound for Houston. Mealy off the bench with 4 rebounds. And now we've got another inside look for Jack Marin. Marin on the low block working on McMillan. Pumps, shoots, and scores. Finally, Marin breaks the scoring skid for Houston, and it is a 10-4 ball game. LA back in possession, ball in the hands of Goodrich. It's deflected by Murphy. The long jump shot by Goodrich is off target, but Murphy got him with the body, and it will be GAIL Goodrich to go to the line shooting 2. Goodrich connects on the first. And Goodrich hits them both. It's now a 12-4 game, 7 minutes to play first quarter. Walker takes it into the front court. Sends it to Murphy on the wing. Murphy from the outside. Pauses, pumps, shoots. It's off target. But we have got a whistle and a foul on the play against Mcmillan. Mcmillan had a mismatch out there and just couldn't keep in step with the quicker Murphy. And that will send Murphy to the line for a pair of free throws. First team foul on the Lakers here tonight. Murphy, one of the great free throw shooters in NBA history, hits the first. Murphy goes 2 for 2, and it is a 12-6 ball game. LA back on the offense. Inbounds pass by Goodrich is knocked out of bounds, and that's a turnover. Houston with a little surprise pressure in the backcourt forces the turnover and regains possession. Rockets set the offense with Walker. Walker looks for a teammate, finds Mealy down low. Mealy's got Chamberlain on him. That's not a very good matchup. Mealy tries to pass his way out of that jam, and he finds Rudy Tomjanovich on the low block. Tomjanovich over the double team. His shot is no good, and Wilt Chamberlain takes the rebound for LA. Lakers setting it up on the other end, trying to beat the Rockets back in transition. West from the top of the key gets it to Goodrich on the wing. Goodrich comes off the screen, and he's fouled by Mealy. And it will be 2 shots for Goodrich as Mealy picks up his first foul of the night. And the Lakers now are in the bonus for the remainder of the first period. Goodrich connects on the first. Second shot by Goodrich is good. And LA is on top 14-6. Houston again trying to keep up. Here's a perimeter jump shot from Marin, and he nails that one. 4 points now for Jack Marin. He leads the Rockets, and it is a 14-8 ball game as we have reached the midway period of the midway point of the first period. Here's another outside look for Goodrich. He tries to get into the lane, and Murphy picked his pocket. Nice steal by Calvin Murphy. And Houston's going to come the other way with it. Walker gets into the paint. Short jump shot is blocked by Chamberlain. Marin comes out of there with the rebound for Houston. Marin on the putback attempt. His short shot is up and good, and he is fouled on the play by Bridges. Alert play by Jack Marin to come up with that rebound and the putback and the foul for an opportunity here at a three-point play. Marin good with a free throw. And just like that, it is 14-11. Houston climbing back into this one after trailing by as many as 8 early in the game. Once again, it's Goodrich on the outside. Steps around Murphy, gets into the paint, lays it up and good, and Murphy fouled him. And that is 2 on Murphy. As the referees are just blowing their whistle left and right. It's like the Lakers were playing the Sacramento Kings out there. Goodrich steps to the line for the three-point play. He nails it. And it is now 17-11 in favor of the Lakers. 5.5 to play first period. Walker brings the ball up for the Rockets. Looking to get it down low. Dumps it down to Tomjanovich inside, and Tomjanovich is able to hit from the low block. And it is 17-13. And in the chat room, we have all kinds of banter about Wilt Chamberlain never fouling out of a game. Indeed, that is a good record. And also the worst touch on foul shots that anyone ever saw. Along the likes of Dwight Howard and Shaquille O'Neal and other bricklayers who have come down the pike. Brings to mind the name Chris Dudley. If anybody remembers Chris Dudley, another notoriously bad free throw shooter in the New York Knicks history books. All right, LA back on offense. They lead by 4. Jerry West has the ball and looking to distribute. He finds Goodrich again. Goodrich with a wide open look from outside, buries it. Into the game now for Houston is Stan McKenzie at the shooting guard position, 6th-year man out of New York University, as the Rockets have 3 players on the bench in foul trouble. 5:02 to play in the first period. LA is up by 6. The ball goes into Mealy on the inside. He comes off a screen. He's got a mismatch against Goodrich down there, but Mealy is called for the offensive foul. He just ran right over GAIL Goodrich in his angst to get to the basket, and that's 2 on Mealy. And that will bring into the game Zaid Abdul-Aziz, 5th-year man out of Iowa State and a former member of the Seattle Supersonics. LA on top by 6, under 5 minutes to play. LA with the basketball. They look inside to Chamberlain. He fakes. He shoots the finger roll, and he drains it. LA now 7 for 10 from the field. 21-13 is the lead. 4.5 minutes to play. On the outside with it is McKenzie. McKenzie looks to Marin on the block, and that pass was a mistake as Mr. Clutch, Jerry West, stepped in for the steal. LA going 3-on-2 the other way. It's West with Goodrich and McMillan. West dribbling to his left, steps around Marin, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. Coast to coast for Jerry West. He's now got 5 points and 2 assists on the night, and the Lakers have been able to extend to a 10-point lead. 23-13 is the lead. Rockets still working hard. Down to Rudy T on the inside. He gets one off from short range. No good. And McMillan with the rebound for LA. LA trying to keep the pressure on. They get another look for Goodrich on the wing. He fakes a pass. He drives. He tries to dump it to Bridges, but Rudy Tomjanovich steps in. He's got 4 steals on the night now, does Rudy T. Houston wants to run. McKenzie and Marin with Tomjanovich on the wing. Marin has it on the right. Finds Tomjanovich on the baseline, and Rudy T cannot get the layup to go. Marin grabs the offensive rebound for Houston, and Marin on the putback attempt is good. Boy, Jack Marin has 9 points out of the 15 that Houston has compiled. He is single-handedly trying to keep it close, but LA still has the lead by 8. 23-15, under 4 minutes to play in the first period. And here's another open look for Goodrich. Goodrich buries it. He's got 13 points now. He is lighting it up, and the lead is back to 10. Rockets trying to keep pace. They've got it to Rudy T. He is way far away from the basket. Very few offensive options against the stellar defense. They try to get it into Marin, and Marin, it's off his hands and out of bounds for the turnover. Ball goes back over to the Lakers. Did Marin spend some time with the Bullets? I believe he did, Jim, but I would have to consult with a higher authority on that one. We're under 3.5 to play. LA with the basketball leading by 10, 25-15. And the hot hand for the Lakers is Goodrich. Goodrich takes another pass, drives it into the lane, zips it to Bridges, and that's off his hands and out of bounds for a turnover. LA now with 7 turnovers, and if it weren't for the turnovers, they'd be running away with this. They're already up by 10 with 3 minutes to play in the first. Here's another look inside for Tomjanovich. On the low block, working on Bridges. Steps around Bridges. The layup is no good. Chamberlain takes the rebound, and we've got a loose ball foul on the play. That will go against Tomjanovich. That is his first. And with LA in the bonus, that'll send Bill Bridges to the line for 2 free throws. Bridges good on the first. As now into the game for Houston is Eric Mcwilliams, a rookie out of Long Beach State. as yet another member of the actually McKenzie didn't go out because of foul trouble, but they've still got the 4 guys in foul trouble sitting out. And Bridges at the line here connects on both free throws, and that extends the lead to 12. 27-15, Houston trailing, but back on the attack. They try Eric Mcwilliams in the key. He ball fakes, he shoots and scores. They got Williams open in there, and he converted on his first attempt of the night. It's back to a 10-point lead, 27-17. LA with the lead and the basketball. It's in the hands of Chamberlain. Powers his way to the hoop, shoots and scores. Houston seems to like Tomjanovich as their best offensive option here. Another post-up down low against Bridges, and Tomjanovich scores that one. And once again, the lead is 10. 2.5 to play first period. LA on top, 29-19. And here's a messy-looking set for the Lakers. West has it out on top. He's going to try and attack against Jimmy Walker. He gets into the lane and throws it away. Out of bounds, Houston basketball. Substitutions for the Lakers for the first time. Coming into the game is Pat Riley, along with Keith Erickson and Mel Counts. So some backups in action for the Lakers here with 2:15 to play in the first. Houston around the perimeter to Walker. Walker from the outside has it, picked away and stolen by Pat Riley. Good alert play by the future coach of the LA Lakers. And now the Lakers come back on offense. They're going to look inside to their backup Mel Counts, and Counts with another ill-advised pass and another steal. That is 5 steals in the first quarter for Rudy Tomjanovich. Now it is 4-on-3 going the other way for Houston. Walker leading the break, sends it to Abdul Aziz on the baseline. Abdul Aziz back to Walker. Walker goes to the left hand, lays it up and good. First basket of the night for Jimmy Walker. First time down the court that he's not had Jerry West in his face. It's now an 8-point game, 29-21, LA on top. Riley passes to Erickson. Back to Riley on the outside. His jump shot from the free throw line is good. First basket of the night for Pat Riley, and once again the lead is 10. Walker with it out on top, picked up by Riley. Jumper from the elbow is good for Jimmy Walker. He's got 4, and it is again an 8-point game. Back and forth we go as the Lakers look inside for Chamberlain again, but that time he was fronted by Abdul Aziz, who got into the passing lane and stole the basketball. Quickly back the other way are the Rockets. They get a quick pass inside to Rudy Tomjanovich, but he can't hit this time, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for the Lakers. Do the Lakers want to run? They've got Riley with Goodrich and Erickson. It's 3-on-3 in transition, and Riley wants to push the tempo. Erickson has it on the wing. Erickson cross-courts it to Goodrich, and Goodrich is fouled hard on the play by Mcwilliams. And that will send GAIL Goodrich to the free throw line, where he is already 5 for 5 on the day. First free throw by Goodrich is around and good. And Goodrich connects on both. The lead is back to 10, and Goodrich now with 15 points to lead all scorers here in quarter number 1. Houston looking for a favorable matchup as they work the ball around the perimeter. Newland tries to dump it inside to his teammate Mcwilliams, but Mike Newland steps into the, Pat Riley steps into the lane and picks off that pass from Newland. And LA again with possession and a 10-point lead here as we enter the final minute of play in the first period. LA still on top by 10. Riley with it on the outside, dumps it down low to Wilt. The short jump shot from Wilt is good. He's got 9 points, and the lead is back up to 12. 40 seconds to play here in the period. Houston setting it up. doing everything they can to keep this one close as Mike Newland now runs the point. From the outside, he gets into the paint, and he's called for the offensive foul, and that is his third. As we have a wild prediction indeed from Jim Connell, you will have more offense tonight than you did last week with the Bulls and the Knicks. We may get more offense from just the Lakers tonight in this one compared to the Bulls and Knicks combined. All right, the lead is 12, 35-23. We've got Los Angeles basketball with 29 seconds to go in the period, as the Lakers look to set up the offense. Jerry West back into the game with Erickson in the backcourt. McMillan and Bridges at the forwards, and Mel Counts now at the center position. Wilt Chamberlain taking a rest. Goodrich also getting a well-deserved rest after putting up 15 points in the first period. West triggers the offense, sends it to Erickson. Erickson on the outside shoots a long jump shot. It's off the back iron, no good, but he is fouled on the play by McKenzie. Stan McKenzie on the foul. 10 team fouls in the period now for Houston to only 3 for LA. As Houston coach Johnny Egan is getting a few words in about the home cooking here, but his squad is overmatched tonight in every area. As Erickson steps to the free throw line and connects on both attempts. And that makes it a 14-point lead, 37-23. 19 seconds to go in the period. And it looks like the Rockets will try and hold for the last shot. Walker on the outside, pick and roll with Marin. Marin with the short jump shot down low is good. And he hit that with 3 seconds to go in the period. Can LA do anything with it? Hustling back the other way. No, they cannot, and that is the end of the first quarter. With your score, the Lakers 37 and the Rockets 25. All right, this is where we got in trouble last week, but once again, we're going to try and take a look at the box score. And this is what crashed us last week, and we have a box score. Good for us. Okay, here is your box score. LA is on top 37-25. 15 points by GAIL Goodrich, including 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Lakers a perfect 13 of 13 from the free throw line in that first period, including 1 for 1 from Wilt Chamberlain, who's got 9 points and 4 rebounds for the Lakers. For the Rockets, Jack Marin has 11 points, but also 6 turnovers, as that is emblematic of the struggles that the Rockets experienced in quarter number 1. Rudy Tomjanovich with 6 points on only 3 of 10 shooting. And we are ready now for quarter number 2. And at halftime, perhaps we'll have some updates from around the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. It's quarter number 2 here in the Forum at Los Angeles. And once again, the Lakers win the opening tip-off, and they'll have the first possession, leading by 12, 37-25. It is West to set up the offense. He sends it over to Goodrich, gets it back, and West now wants to go on the attack. He drives down the lane. His layup comes up short, and the rebound is taken for Houston by Otto Moore. Moore missed a good amount of time in the first period with foul trouble, as did many of the Houston starters, contributing to their deficit. And now we have a pass to Murphy on the outside as Houston sets things up. He cross-courts it to Marin, hounded by McMillan. Marin with the jump shot. It falls short, but he is fouled on the play. That will be charged to McMillan, and that will send Jack Marin to the line for 2 free throws. Marin rolls the first one home. The second shot by Marin is good. and it is once again a 10-point game. 37-27. LA with the lead and the basketball. It is West with it out on top, picked up by Walker. Looking to set up a play, he dumps it down low to Chamberlain. Chamberlain goes up and slams it home. Boy, he put a ball fake on Otto Moore, and Otto Moore went left and Chamberlain went right and slam dunked that baby. He has got 11 points now to go with 4 rebounds. LA back on top by 12. Walker brings the ball up for Houston. Rotates it back and forth with Murphy outside. Now over to Marin. Back to Walker. Walker with the jump shot from the free throw line extended. That's no good. And we have got a whistle on the rebound and a loose ball foul charged against Chamberlain. That is his first. Houston will keep possession. Walker and Murphy again back and forth on the top of the key. Some good motion offense and good ball movement by Houston. The ball gets over to Walker again. His jump shot is no good. But again, we have a whistle and a foul. And again, that is going to go against Chamberlain. Walker came off the screen. Chamberlain came over to help. He was a step late. And that will be another personal foul. And Walker going to the line to shoot 2. First shot is good. And Walker hits them both, and once again the lead is cut to 10. 39-29, back and forth we go. LA comfortably holding the lead. They'd really like to extend that lead and take control of this one, but Houston is hanging around. West brings it up, gets it to Mcmillan in the paint. Mcmillan has Murphy on him, and now Tomjanovich comes over with the double team, and that forces a 3-second violation and another turnover by Los Angeles. Both teams with 11 turnovers in this ball game already. Sloppy basketball. Houston back on the offense. This time they work it through Calvin Murphy. He drives to the basket, and he is fouled by Goodrich. That is his first, the 4th on the team, and we've had a reversal of fortune in the foul totals here in quarter number 2, as the Lakers have already been whistled 4 times and Houston is yet to commit a foul. Houston with the basketball. They still trail by 10. They get it outside again to Murphy. Murphy to Moore on the baseline. Moore's baseline jump shot falls short. There's a scramble for the loose ball, and Jimmy Walker digs it out for the Rockets. Sends it back out to Murphy, and the Rockets will reset. The ball goes down low to Moore. Covered closely by Chamberlain. Chamberlain's got the 2 fouls, so Moore's going to take it up strong against him and gets it to go. Chamberlain had to be a little more passive on that play. Moore took advantage for his first basket of the night, and the lead is cut to 8. 39-31. LA still on top. As the Lakers set things up, and they get a pass over to Jim Mcmillan. Mcmillan can't hit from the wing, and Marin takes the rebound for Houston. Houston coming back in transition. They dump it down low to Tomjanovich. He takes it up strong, but he shuffled the puppies, and that is a turnover. LA regains possession, still on top by 8. Now under 10 minutes to play before halftime. LA with the 8-point lead. They've got it to Mcmillan on the baseline. He steps around Marin, drives the baseline, goes up with 2 hands, lays it up, and good. First basket of the night for Jim Mcmillan puts LA back on top by 10. Houston now to inbound. They get it inside to Rudy T. Rudy T struggling from the field, but still working hard down there. He missed again, and Chamberlain pulls the rebound for the Lakers. West sends it down to Chamberlain. Out to Mcmillan on the wing. Millen rises up from 15 feet and scores it, and he is fouled on the play by Marin. And it will be Jim Mcmillan now with a chance at a 3-point play. The shot by McMillan is good. He's got 5 points now, and the LA lead sits at 13. 44-31. 9:10 to play in period number 2. Houston runs a goofy-looking set here, but they find McKenzie loose in the paint. He can't hit the layup. Tomjanovich grabs the rebound. Tomjanovich on the putback attempt is blocked by Bridges. Ball is batted around on the rejection, and finally Jerry West comes out with it for the Lakers. And the Lakers now have 3-on-2 going the other way. It's West with Goodrich and McMillan. Goodrich has it at the free throw line. Sends it to McMillan on the baseline. McMillan drives, and he is fouled on the drive. That will go against Otto Moore. And LA will keep possession here, and that is number 3 on Moore, as he will be forced out of the game once again. Bridges to inbound for LA, needs help. The pass comes into West. 18 on the shot clock, plenty of time. West from the perimeter. Defended by Murphy, shoots the jumper. It is off the back iron, no good. And on the rebound, we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul called against the Lakers. That's going to go against Bill Bridges. That is his second. And from this point forward, the Rockets will have the bonus the rest of the period. Maybe a chance for Houston to cut into the deficit. On top with it now is Murphy. Picked up out there by West. Tries to get into the basket and travels. Nicely defended by Jerry West for the turnover. And LA is back in possession, still on top by 13. They get it inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain inside out to Goodrich, and Goodrich buries another elbow jump shot. He is on fire, and LA has their biggest lead of the night at 15. 46-31 Lakers. Houston struggling to keep up. It's in the hands of Murphy. Murphy on the outside, drives to the inside, goes to the left hand, lays it up, and good. Crossed over on Jerry West that time. Got into the paint and made the layup. And LA sees their lead cut to 15. LA still comfortably ahead. Here's a fadeaway jump shot from West that's no good. And Rudy Tomjanovich takes the rebound for Houston. It is 4-on-4 going the other way. And Calvin Murphy wants to push the tempo. He is one of the fastest men on the floor. He gets it over to Merritt on the wing. Back to Murphy in the center. Murphy goes to the left hand, lays it up and good. Boy, Murphy is up there with Nate Archibald in terms of speed in the open court with the basketball. And he took advantage of the Lakers on that opportunity and cut the lead back to 11, 46-35, under 8 to play in the second period. West, faced up by Murphy, looks to distribute. Can't find an open teammate. Takes the jump shot and drills it, and he is fouled on the play by Murphy. Oh my goodness, what a clutch play by Jerry West. Getting the basket and the foul in a situation where it looked like he didn't have any options. West steps to the free throw line, missed the free throw. Mealy takes the rebound for Houston. Of note, that was the third foul on Murphy, and he was forced out of the game. And Stan McKenzie back in for Houston. He will join Walker in the backcourt. And across the front line, we've got Marin, Tomjanovich, and Mealy for the Rockets. Rockets still down by 13. 7:38 to play in the second. Jimmy Walker calls a play. He's got West on him. Walker wants to attack. Shakes and bakes to the basket. Nice little shake and bake there by Walker. Up and under, off the glass, and good. 8 now for Walker. The lead is 11. Lakers come back and look for Chamberlain down low. And another slam dunk. The old man can still throw it down. He has hit 5 straight, and he's 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Putting LA back on top by 13. 50-37. Houston looking for options. Dumps it in down low to Tomjanovich. His short jump shot is good. He's certainly making every effort to keep this game close. He's got now 8 points, and the lead is back to 11. Lakers come back the other way and find Bridges. The short jump shot by Bridges is good. Trading baskets as we are in the midway period of the second quarter. Now it is Walker out on top. Walker not shy, looks to take the shot, can't get the shot off. Tries to get it over to Marin. That pass was behind him, and that's another turnover. LA regains possession, still leading by 13. LA now with the basketball. West brings it up, sends it to Goodrich. Cross court to McMillan. McMillan with the wing jump shot. That's no good. And the rebound is taken by Tomjanovich. And on the battle for the rebound, we've got a whistle and a loose ball foul whistled against Jerry West for the Lakers. That's going to send Jack Marin to the line for 2 shots, as Houston now is in the bonus. Marin missed the first. Uncharacteristic miss for Jack Marin. But Marin converts on the second. He's now got 14 points to lead the Rockets, and the lead now stands at 12. 52-40 in favor of the Lakers as we say good evening in the chat room to Midlife Crisis. Lakers with the basketball. They look inside to McMillan. McMillan working on Jack Marin. He's got a size advantage there, but Marin is able to block the shot, and Rudy T pulls the rebound for the Rockets. Rockets looking to cut the lead to 10. They find Tomjanovich at the elbow. His turnaround jump shot is good, and that does indeed cut the lead to 10 as we have reached the midway point of quarter number 2. Midlife Crisis, sorry I'm late, was watching the Sixers post game. How did the Sixers do tonight? Midlife, give us an update on that, as we are at the midway point of the second period here with the Lakers on top by 10, 52-42. It has been pretty much a comfortable lead for the Lakers throughout this contest. Jerry West now setting up the offense. Dumps it down low to Chamberlain, always a good plan. Chamberlain lays it up off the window and good. Give the assist to West, that is his 4th. Chamberlain now with 6 straight hits from the field and 15 points on the night. Houston comes back and looks inside once again to Tomjanovich. He's their best offensive option. He's their best player. And he gets the best of Bill Bridges again on that possession for the score, cutting the lead back to 10. Lakers with West into the front court. Down low to Bridges, back to McMillan on the inside now. Oh, McMillan gets around Marin, goes to the left hand. The layup is no good, and Marin comes out of there with the rebound. It's a 10-point game. Houston on the offense, looking to cut further into the deficit. They get it down to McKenzie down low. He's got a mismatch against GAIL Goodrich in there. He eases it up and off the glass and through. As the update from Midlife Crisis is that Joel Embiid played 36 minutes, and the Sixers won by 20, held the Heat to 79 points. So that is a very solid effort indeed by the 76ers. And really, you've got 4 teams out there in the East. If Embiid can play solid, any of those 4 teams, I think, could make it to the finals. And out west, gosh, the Warriors and the Grizzlies, what a series that is. I think the Heat have to be the favorites over, the Suns have to be the favorites over Dallas. But really, there are 7 teams in the final 8 that could win it all, which is more than I could say for the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League. I really think there are 4 teams that could win this. The Lakers could win it. The Warriors could win it. The Bucks could win it. The Knicks could win it. And we will just have to see what happens over the next few weeks as the playoff picture takes shape here in the Epic Basketball League. All right, LA has the basketball. They're on top by 8, as close as it's been in a few minutes. And they have the basketball. As Goodrich has it out at the top of the key, gets it to West on the wing. Back out to Goodrich. Little two-man game going, and now they dump it inside to Chamberlain. Chamberlain on the lob, shoots and misses. But there is a whistle and a foul on the play. That goes against Marin, and Chamberlain will shoot two. Probably not a bad move by Marin to give the foul, as Chamberlain misses the first free throw. Abdulaziz back into the game for Houston. Chamberlain 1 for 2, right on his career average. And LA takes the lead by 9, 55-46. Houston with the basketball. Motion offense. They get it to Marin on the wing. Marin with an open look from outside is good. Marin with 16 points now for Houston. As the Rockets continue to hang around, the lead now is 7. 5 minutes to play before halftime. Goodrich has the ball in his hands. Steps around, McKenzie gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. Good screen set out there by Chamberlain to give Goodrich a clear path to the basket. He's now got 19, and the lead is back to 9. 4:43 to play in the second quarter. With it on the outside now is Jimmy Walker. Walker takes the deep jump shot. It is offline, but Rudy Tomjanovich scores the offensive rebound for the Rockets. Tomjanovich from 10 feet out buries the follow-up. He's got 14 points, and the lead is back to 7. Midlife Crisis says, my money is on the Bucks. I would love to see the you're talking about the 72-73 Bucks now. Yeah, I think you got to like the Bucks. You can't look past this Lakers team. But remember, it was actually the New York Knicks who won the championship in 72-73 behind that heroic effort by Willis Reed, as well as the dynamic guard play of Walt Frazier and Earl the Pearl Monroe. LA on top by 7 with the basketball, under 4.5 to play in period number 2. Motion offense for the Lakers. They find Mcmillan at the free throw line for the open jump shot, and he buries it. 7 points now for Mcmillan. LA back on top by 9. And gosh, LA has good defenders at just about every position. As the ball goes in down low to Abdulaziz, he's got his hands full with Chamberlain down low. He guides it to the net, around the iron, and off. Chamberlain with the tough defense, but Abdulaziz got his own rebound in traffic. And on the putback attempt, he is fouled by Goodrich. Goodrich with the reach-in foul, and that will send Zaid Abdulaziz to the line for 2 free throws. First shot is good. Abdulaziz 1 for 2 from the line, and Bridges takes the rebound. LA has the basketball now, under 4 minutes to play in the second period. It is a 59-51 lead for the Lakers. They dump it in down low to Chamberlain. The layup by Chamberlain this time is off the rim, no good. And another rebound for Rudy Tomjanovich gives the Rockets another possession. Tomjanovich now with 7 boards on the night, most of anybody in the game. Walker now with it out on top, facing up against Jerry West. Walker wants to attack. Pulls it back as Stan McKenzie appears to be shaken up, but he waves off the trainers and the game will continue. 13 on the shot clock as the ball goes inside to Abdulaziz, working on Chamberlain. Abdulaziz with a nice bounce pass into Marin. Marin takes it up strong with both hands, but he walked with it, and that's a turnover. LA up by 8 with the basketball now, 3.5 minutes to play in the period. LA with the 8-point lead. West takes it into the front court. Sends it across to Goodrich, back to West. Comes off the screen, dumps it down to Chamberlain, and Chamberlain jams it home. Boy, what a nice setup by Jerry West off that motion play, finding Chamberlain all by himself inside. Chamberlain jams it home. He's got 18 points, and the LA lead is back to 10, 61-51. Houston now looking to get something going, and Mealy in the paint looks to pass back out to the wing, telegraphed it, and it's picked off by GAIL Goodrich. LA with another possession. Chamberlain hustling back down the court the other way. Bill Bridges can't move his right arm, but they're going to keep him in the ball game. And now they run the offense through Goodrich. Goodrich back to West on the outside. Nice touch pass to West for the easy 2. West now with 9 points, and LA back on top by 12. We're under 3 minutes to go before halftime. Walker works the ball up for Houston. Passes it to Tomjanovich. Rudy T out to Marin on the wing. His perimeter jump shot is no good, and Chamberlain rebounds for LA. LA hustles it back. They find McMillan all alone in the paint, but his shot is blocked from behind by Jack Marin. Chamberlain pulls the offensive board. Chamberlain on the putback attempt. Takes it up strong. Doesn't get the bounce. But Chamberlain on the play is fouled hard by Mealy, and that will send him to the line for a pair of free throws. Chamberlain sets it up, and the first one rolls out. Substitutions for Houston as Mealy now has to go to the bench with 3 fouls. Chamberlain missed both the free throws that time, and Abdulaziz takes the rebound for the Rockets. 2.5 minutes to play before halftime. LA is still on top, 63-51. Here's an outside jump shot for Walker that's no good, and McMillan takes the rebound for the Lakers. Quick outlet to Jerry West. And the Lakers have the opportunity to go 2-on-2 back the other way. West dribbles down the center of the court, dumps it to Goodrich. Goodrich with the layup. It's up and good. Goodrich now with 21 points. What a first half for GAIL Goodrich. And the LA lead is back up to 14. Boy, Houston whittled it down to 7. And LA has built the lead back up to 14 with 2 minutes, 15 seconds to play in the half. Houston sets up the offense, and now they go inside to Rudy T. Rudy T from the elbow fakes, shoots, and scores. And he's fouled on the play by Bridges. Tomjanovich now with Houston in the bonus will get 2 to make 1. And he may need him. He is somewhat unreliable as a free throw shooter. But he gets the first one to go. He's now got 17 points to lead the Rockets. And the Rockets once again pull to within 11. 65-54, 2 minutes to go in the first half. Into the game now for LA at the power forward is Mel Counts. He's got a nice size advantage over Rudy T down low. They get it to him. His short jump shot is good. First basket of the game for Mel Counts. Also into the game now for the Lakers is Jim Price, a rookie point guard out of Louisville who hung around and in 1975 was an NBA All-Star. LA up by 13, under 2 minutes to play. The ball goes to Walker out on top. He goes to his left, lays it up, and good. Jimmy Walker starting to put up some numbers, and he pulls the Rockets back to within 11. Price on the outside with his first shot of the ball game. That's no good, but he's hit on the arm by Walker, and that will send Jim Price to the line for a 3 to make 2. Both teams now in the bonus as we reach the final minute and a half of play in the first period, in the first half. Price good on the first. Price good on the second. It is a 13-point lead for the Lakers. Rudy Tomjanovich has it way away from the basket. 16 on the shot clock. Tomjanovich looks for help. Can't find a teammate, backs it down low, gets into the paint. His 10-foot jump shot is offline, no good. But Mcwilliams grabs the offensive rebound for Houston. Mcwilliams goes up with it on the putback and scores it. Nice putback by the rookie Eric Mcwilliams. Cuts the lead once again to 11. LA up 69-58. Jim Price runs the offense. And looks inside once again to Mel Counts. Counts in the key, kisses it off the glass, and good. So Mel Counts comes in with 4 quick points. LA back on top by 13, and we're down to the final minute of the first half. Walker brings the ball up, bounces it to McKenzie on the baseline. His baseline jump shot is no good, and Mel Counts takes the rebound for LA. 50 seconds to play in the quarter. Ball's in the hands of Pat Riley. He's picked up by McKenzie on the perimeter. He attacks the rim and loses the basketball out of bounds, and that will be a turnover. Or actually, that will stay here, as the ball was last touched by McKenzie on the defense. Into the game now for LA for the first time is Travis Grant, a rookie out of Kentucky State. And Travis Grant had a huge game 1 of the series, as he put up, I believe, 22 points in the winning effort in game 1 of the series. Just hitting the court for the first time now with 40 seconds to play in the half. McMillan to inbound for the Lakers. And they're immediately going to look to Grant on the low block against Eric Mcwilliams, and Grant gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. Yeah, 22 points last game against Houston. The lead now is back up to 15 for LA. That matches their biggest of the night with 36 seconds to play in the first half. Back into the game is Murphy. Murphy on the outside, lays it up, gets into the lane, lays it up, no good. And Counts takes the rebound for LA. 23 seconds now to play in the half. And the Lakers will try and hold for the last shot of the quarter. It's West from the outside to McMillan. Gets it back, shoots the jump shot from the top of the key. That's no good. Abdulaziz takes the rebound with 7 seconds to play in the period. Houston hustles it back the other way. They get it into the hands of Marin, their playmaker. He drives to the hole. He lays it up, and good at the buzzer. Actually, no, good with 3 seconds to play. So Jack Marin with a quick drive to the other end of the court. And at the buzzer, we've got a hook shot from Grant, wild shot off the rim, no good. And that is the end of the first half with your score, Los Angeles 73, Houston 60. And we bring the halftime box score onto the screen. Actually, a fairly evenly matched second period. LA 36, Houston 35 in the quarter. But a lot of spurts back and forth as the lead got as low as 7 before the Lakers stretched it out at the end of the period. And that last second bucket by Jack Marin pulled the lead back to 13. All right. Before we go back to action, we'll give you a quick recap of what's happening around the Epic Sports universe. Tomorrow on the channel, it will be Heartland Championship Wrestling, as the superstars of the Patriot Championship Wrestling organization in the northeast part of the country will be coming to you from the DC Armory in Washington, D.C., and your main event is going to be huge. It is going to be Vader defending the NWA World Heavyweight Championship against Dr. Death Steve Williams. We saw Steve Williams at our last pay-per-view win the Money in the Bank ladder match, and by virtue of that victory, it is Williams who will take on Vader tomorrow night in Washington, D.C. with the World Championship on the line here live on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Sunday morning, we will be back online with My Journey with Jesus, as we talk about Jesus' entry into Jerusalem on what now is known as Palm Sunday. All right, that puts things together here for the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Now we have a chance to review the box score before we head back to action. The leading scorer in the game, GAIL Goodrich for Los Angeles, with 21 points. Chamberlain, 18 points and 7 rebounds. Everybody who has hit the floor for Los Angeles has scored, and they are shooting 67% from the field in a stellar offensive performance. And Houston, 60 points in the first half is nothing to be ashamed of. They just can't keep up on the defensive end. Rudy Tomjanovich with 17 points and 7 rebounds. Jack Marin, 18 and 6 with those 7 turnovers. And boy, the Los Angeles Lakers are just running like a fine-tuned machine here in Game 2 of this quarterfinal matchup. And with that, we will head back to action here from the Forum in Los Angeles. And once again, Los Angeles wins the tip and will take possession to begin the period. West dumps it inside to Mcmillan. Mcmillan is double teamed. Gets it back to West. West shoots the jump shot and scores it. 11 for West. Houston coming back looking for Rudy T on the inside. Can they get it to him? Walker over to Newland. Newland with the entry pass to Rudy T. The turnaround jump shot by Rudy T is good, and he is fouled by Chamberlain. How about that move by Rudy T? That is foul number 3 on Wilt. 19 points on the night for Rudy T. He cannot sink the free throw, and the rebound is tipped around, batted around, and finally taken out of there by Jerry West for Los Angeles. LA still leading by 13 as they set up the offense once again, and once again they try and dump it down low to Chamberlain, but he is double teamed, and that pass is picked off by Mike Newland for the Rockets. Rockets now are going to go 3-on-2 the other way. Jimmy Walker with Jack Marin as the trailer. The pass to Marin. Back to Walker. Walker lays it up and good. 14 now for Walker. The lead is cut to 11. LA back on offense. Lots of options. They get it to Bridges on the baseline. Bridges dumps it down low to Mcmillan in the paint. Mcmillan has an open look and buries it. 9 points now for Mcmillan. The lead is 13. Houston back on the offense. They go low to Tomjanovich. Back to the basket. Turnaround jump shot is offline, and Bridges takes the rebound for LA. Here's an open look for Jerry West, but that's offline. The rebound is knocked out of bounds, last touched by the Lakers. Houston will regain possession of the basketball, still trailing by 13. 77-64 is your score. As Houston works the ball from the perimeter to Mike Newland. Newland's got Goodrich right up in his grill, and Newland double dribbles. Good defense by GAIL Goodrich to force the turnover and give the ball back to Los Angeles. Now LA's got an open look for Goodrich from the wing. He comes off the screen, steps to his right. His short jump shot is no good. Tomjanovich got a piece of it. The rebound is off, last touch by Bridges. Actually, there's some debate. The referees get together and actually give the basketball back to Los Angeles with 12 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass comes to Mcmillan. Mcmillan from the baseline is trapped. His mid-range jump shot is blocked by Marin, and Otto Moore comes out of there with it for Houston. Houston still down by 13. Now 10 minutes to play in the third. They dump it inside once again to Rudy T. Rudy T from 10 feet out is good. Give the assist to Walker, and the lead is cut to 11. 21 on the night now for Rudy T. LA back on the offense. Chamberlain with it on the baseline. Finds Goodrich at the free throw line. He barrels into Walker. He lays it up. The shot comes off the rim, no good. And they're going to call the foul on Walker. Boy, it looked like Goodrich created the contact, but it is Goodrich who will end up at the free throw line, as Walker is whistled for his second personal foul, and he's not happy about that. Goodrich steps to the line. Very reliable free throw shooter. As he hits both of them here, he now has 23 on the night, and the lead is back up to 13. Houston trying to stay close. They run an inside screen for Marin. Marin gets the pass from Newland down low. His short jump shot is off the glass, off the rim, no good. And Jerry West comes out of there with the rebound for the Lakers. West looks to set the offense. He wants to attack. He dribbles into the lane, dumps it off to Bridges for the outside jump shot. That's no good. And Tomjanovich takes the rebound for Houston. Houston now with a chance to go 3-on-3 the other way, pushing the tempo in transition. It's Marin with the basketball, free throw line extended. Dumps it to Walker on the left. Walker to the left side of the lane, drives, lays it up high off the backboard and good. The lead now is 11, 79-68. LA with the lead and the basketball. West brings it up, sends it over to Goodrich. Goodrich from the wing goes hard to the basket, and Newland is called for the reach-in foul as he reached in and grabbed Goodrich on the way by, and that is number 4 on Mike Newland. And that will bring Calvin Murphy back into the game, with LA on top by 11 and in possession of the basketball with 9 minutes to play in the third. West on the perimeter over to Goodrich. Goodrich to the hoop, a collision in the lane. The shot is no good. And again, Goodrich is going to get a trip to the free throw line, as that time it is whistled against Otto Moore. And Houston coach Johnny Egan still agitating the referee, as Gail Goodrich has been at the free throw line umpteen times tonight. Goodrich hits the first, and another Houston player is forced to the bench with foul trouble, as Otto Moore just picked up his 4th. Goodrich has 19 straight free throws now and 25 points on the game, putting LA back on top by 13, 81-68. It is Tomjanovich with it away from the basket. The pickings are slim. He gets it to Walker on the outside. Down low, the ball goes to Mealy. Mealy's got Chamberlain all over him. That's no good. But on the rebound, we've got a loose ball foul, and that is whistled against Bill Bridges, and that is 4 on Bridges. So maybe some of that jaw-jacking by Johnny Egan did some good, as the loose ball foul is whistled against Bridges. And Houston will have another shot at it here with 8:43 to play in the third, still trailing by 13. Down by 13, Houston with Walker setting up the offense. Pick and roll to Tomjanovich, and the short jump shot by Rudy T is good. 23 now for Tomjanovich. The lead is back to 11. Back and forth we go. West with a jump shot from outside, and that's good. Jerry West now with 13 points on the night to go with 7 assists. And LA is up to 83 points already. And we're not even midway through the third period. Houston trying to keep pace. They get it inside to Rudy T, and Rudy T scores over McMillan. He's got 25, and the lead is back to 11. Boy, both teams are just tearing up the field goals tonight. Houston at 53%, LA at 63% on the night. LA leading by 11 with the basketball. Entry pass to Counts. They look for Counts. McMillan can't get it to him. Finally, West finds Counts on the inside. Counts lays it up, no good. Went to the right hand. It's off the rim. It's off the floor. Everybody's diving for the loose ball, and finally it is batted to Jimmy Walker for Houston. Trailing by 11. Walker sends it to Marin on the wing. His perimeter jump shot is good. Marin now with 20 points, and the lead is cut to 9. 83-74. LA with a 9-point lead. West sets up the offense, looking to make a play. Finds Mel Counts on the floor, and finds Mel Counts on the low block, and Counts just barrels over Tomjanovich, and that will be an offensive foul. Good position defense by Rudy T to draw the charge. And once again, Houston has a chance to inch closer. The open man for the Rockets is Murphy on the outside. Back to Walker, over to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich back to Murphy. Murphy with the perimeter jump shot. That's no good, but he is hit on the elbow by Goodrich, and that'll send Calvin Murphy to the free throw line. Murphy with 6 points on the night. Misses the first free throw. A very rare miss by Calvin Murphy. The second shot by Murphy is good, and the lead has been cut to 8. 83-75. LA with the lead. 7.5 minutes to play in the third. Lakers set the offense. They get it to West at the top of the key, and West is fouled on the floor by Jimmy Walker. That is number 3 on Walker. That'll be a side out for the Lakers. Counts to inbound. He finds West. West from the outside. Fakes, drives the lane, goes to the left hand, lays it up. No good. But we've got a whistle on the play and a foul on Mealy. That's 4 on Mealy and the 5th team foul on the Rockets. That will send Jerry West to the line for 2 free throws. And ostensibly that will send Mealy back to the bench with the personal foul issues, and he will be replaced by Abdulaziz. Second shot by West is good. Here's a look from Walker on the outside. Down low to Abdulaziz, and Abdulaziz is fouled by McMillan. Down low. That'll be a side out for Houston. 4 team fouls now on the Lakers. Marin to inbound for Houston. Down by 10. Tomjanovich on the inside. Steps around, counts. The layup is off the back iron, no good. And little GAIL Goodrich comes out with his first rebound of the night for the Lakers. McMillan comes off the screen. Steps into the lane, lays it up, and good. Nice little 2-man game there by McMillan, and Bell counts. Freed up McMillan for the easy basket. He's got 11 on the night, and the lead is back up to 12. We're under 7 minutes to play in the third. The ball goes to Marin on the inside. He's picked up by Counts. Counts definitely has the size advantage in that matchup. So Marin passes it back out to Walker. Walker hands it to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich can't get the layup to go, and Chamberlain takes the rebound. It's 2-on-2 going the other way, and Jerry West is going to pull it back. West waits for the offense to catch up. Gets a pass on the outside to Goodrich. Goodrich shoots a jump shot, no good, but he is fouled on the play by Tomjanovich. And that will send GAIL Goodrich to the line for 3 to make 2. He's already 11 for 11 from the free throw line today. And make it 12 for 12. And 20 in a row for Goodrich here in these playoffs. And Goodrich 2 for 2 on this try. He's got 27 points, and the LA lead is back up to 14. Boy, Houston keeps trying to cut into the lead, and LA has an answer every time. We are at the 6:44 mark to play in the third, and the Lakers enjoy a 13-point lead. Houston down by 14. Walker to Tomjanovich. Back to Walker on the outside. His outside jump shot is no good, and Chamberlain gets back for the rebound for LA. And once again, the Lakers will walk it back from left to right and set up the offense. West on the perimeter, down low to Counts. Counts in the lane, battling Tomjanovich, and Tomjanovich got a piece of that one. Murphy comes out of there with it for Houston. Houston with another possession. Murphy now from 18 feet out. Passes it inside to Tomjanovich. Tomjanovich finds Walker wide open on the perimeter, but Walker cannot get the shot to go, and the rebound is knocked out of bounds, last touch by the Rockets. LA has the basketball now, still enjoying a 14-point lead. As Jerry West sets up the offense, we've reached the midway point of the third quarter. The ball now is in the hands of West out on top. He finds Counts on the inside, and Counts scores again. Boy, Mel Counts now with 6 off of the bench, and the lead is up to 16. That's the biggest of the night for LA, just like that. 1 minute you think Houston is clawing back into it, and the next minute LA has their biggest lead of the night. Lakers still shooting 62% from the field in a blistering offensive performance. Houston trying to keep pace. Marin backing it down, trying to get into the lane, but cannot get anything done with it, and he's called for the 3-second violation. Travis Grant now back into the game for the Lakers. LA on top by 16 and looking to extend it. This time they go to Goodrich on the outside. He puts one up from 15 feet out, but it's off the front rim, no good. And it is Stan McKenzie with the rebound for Houston. Houston works it down low to Tomjanovich. Rudy T with that turnaround jump shot with the left hand is good. And that ends an 8-0 run by the Lakers and cuts the lead back to 14. 91-77, 5.5 to play in the third. Boy, I don't know if it was 91-77 at the end of the ball game in the Chicago-New York series last week. All right, here's McMillan with an open look from outside. Guarded by Marin. McMillan lets it fly. And actually, Rudy T came over on the help side defense and got a piece of that one. Chamberlain takes the offensive rebound for LA. Chamberlain goes back up strong on the putback. He can't get the shot off. Tries to find Grant on the baseline and threw it away. Turnover by Chamberlain. And ball goes back over to Houston with the Rockets still trailing 91-77. Houston sets up the offense. They get it to Walker out on top. Walker squaring down by West. Squaring down against West. Steps around West, gets into the lane, but Wilt Chamberlain swats him. Another block for Chamberlain, and that is picked up by McMillan for the Lakers. West brings it up. They find Grant open in the post. They dump it around to Goodrich, down to Chamberlain. Chamberlain back to Grant, and that pass is stolen by Walker. Not a smart pass, as Jimmy Walker picks that one off, and we're now under 5 minutes to play in the third, with Houston still trying to hang around. Here's a pass down low to Zaid Abdulaziz. His 10-footer is no good. Rebound is knocked around and pulled out of there by Stan McKenzie. McKenzie from the paint. We've got a whistle, and we have got double fouls charged to both Rudy Tomjanovich and the brash young rookie Travis Grant. So a stoppage in play here and a fresh 24 for Houston, with now 4 minutes, 43 seconds to play in the period. Walker with it on the outside. Houston trails by 14. It goes into Marin down low. Marin from 5 feet out has his shot blocked by McMillan. And Chamberlain with yet another rebound for the Lakers. He's now got a double-double, 18 points, 11 rebounds. 2-on-2 going the other way. This time West wants to push it. He's got Goodrich on the wing. West dribbles down the center of the floor. Dumps it off to Goodrich in the lane. Goodrich lays it up and good. Nicely done by West. That is his 8th assist of the night. Goodrich with 29 points now to lead all scorers. And the LA lead once again has swelled to 16. 93-77, 4.5 minutes to play in quarter number 3. They go down low again to Abdul Aziz. He's got Wilt Chamberlain all up in his area. So he pitches it back outside to Walker. Walker can't get the jump shot to go, and Jerry West takes the rebound for LA. LA tightening up a little bit on the defense. Houston now down to 48% shooting, and LA still blistering at 61%. LA sets up the offense. They've been very patient tonight. West with it on the inside. Looks for help. Finds McMillan. His little jump shot is good. He's got 13 on the night, and LA has stretched it now to an 18-point margin. Houston not ready to give up yet. Walker from the top of the key shoots and misses. And Chamberlain comes away with another rebound for LA. It's not time to panic yet for Houston. If they can get the lead down to 10 points or so again heading into the fourth quarter, then there's still plenty of time for optimism. But LA now has the basketball, and they're looking to extend the lead. Goodrich gets it, drives, dumps it to West. Shot from 15 by West is good. Nice little give and go for Goodrich and West, and LA now has opened a 20-point lead, 97-77. LA just wants to put an end to the suspense here if they can. Houston works it inside to Jack Marin, and Marin has his pocket picked by Jerry West. LA with another opportunity to stretch the lead. Here's Goodrich on the outside. His jump shot is true. And GAIL Goodrich now with 31 points for the Lakers, who have stretched it to a 99-77 lead. 3.5 minutes to play in the third. Walker now on the outside, picked up by West. Penetrates, dishes, can't find anybody, and Goodrich comes out of there with the turnover for the Lakers. Lakers get it to West on the outside. He finds McMillan on the low block, and McMillan is going to be tied up down there by Stan McKenzie on the double team, and that will be a jump ball. McKenzie and Goodrich to jump it up, and once again LA controls the tip. And they'll have another possession here with 3 minutes to play in the third. West brings it into the front court. Sends it to Chamberlain on the baseline. And we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball called against Jack Marin. And that will result in a pair of free throws for Travis Grant. Grant, a really good free throw shooter, the rookie out of Kentucky State, and he missed the first. Boy, the announcer's jinx has worked a couple of times here tonight. Murphy and Mcwilliams re-enter the game for Houston. Grant sets up for the second free throw, and that is good. 3 points for Travis Grant, and the LA Lakers have reached 100 points with 3 minutes to play in the third. And they've opened up a 23-point lead. Another 3-minute scoring drought for Houston. Murphy from the outside cannot hit, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for the Lakers. And they're content to walk it back the other way, leading comfortably, 100-77. LA runs the offense through Goodrich once again. Goodrich tries to get into the lane and dump it to Chamberlain, but Stan McKenzie stepped into the passing lane and picked it off. Here's a quick outlet to Calvin Murphy. He has blinding speed in the open floor. He dribbles to his left. Cross-courts it to McKenzie. McKenzie into the lane, lays it up, and good. First points of the game tonight for Stan McKenzie. Murphy with his second assist, and it is now 100-79 in favor of the Lakers with 2.5 to play in the third period. Grant wants the ball on the low post. Steps around Williams and slams it home with the left hand. Boy, nice drop step there by Travis Grant to get himself open. He's now got 5 points on the night, and the lead is back to 23. Houston setting up on offense. They go inside to Marin coming off the screen. He's got a mismatch against West, and Marin's able to drop that one home. He's got 22 points on the night, and the lead is 21. 2 minutes to go in the third. The open man for LA is Mcmillan from the baseline. He steps, he shoots, and scores. Nicely done by Mcmillan now with 15 on the night. Now on the other end, we've got Murphy coming off the screen. He shoots the perimeter jump shot, but cannot get that to drop. And Travis Grant takes the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers trying to open up a can of whoop-ass here. And just put the end of the suspense here as we're in the final 2 minutes of play in the third quarter. Another short jump shot by Grant is good. And the Laker onslaught continues. The lead is now 25. Murphy reading the defense. Pick and roll with Abdul Aziz. And Abdul Aziz hits the jump shot. His first field goal of the night. It is now 106-83. Here's an open look from the outside for Jerry West. It's around the rim and out. And the rebound is taken for Houston by Abdul Aziz. Now the Rockets have a fast break going the other way. Marin's got it on the wing. Marin dumps it to Murphy. Murphy drives it into the lane, lays it up, and good. Murphy had 2 steps on the field. And he lays it home for his 9th point of the night. The lead is now 21. 106-85. LA with the lead and the basketball. Lakers go to Goodrich on the outside. Goodrich with room, steps to his right, pulls the trigger. His jump shot is offline, but we've got a whistle and a foul on the play on Mcwilliams, as Mcwilliams tried to fight through the screen, and that will send Goodrich to the line for 3 to make 2. As our Red Sox fan is back awake and back in the channel, Goodrich hits the first free throw to stretch the lead to 22. Goodrich with a rare miss. That breaks his consecutive free throw string, but he will get the bonus here with the 3 to make 2. And he starts a new string and picks up his 33rd point of the night. 108-85. Los Angeles out in front as we hit the final minute of play here in quarter number 3. Houston runs motion. They find McKenzie on the outside. 16 on the shot clock. Under a minute now in the quarter as McKenzie gets it to Murphy, and Murphy just pulls the trigger and scores it. 11 now for Calvin Murphy. He's in double digits. And it is 108-77. 55 seconds to play in the period. West squares up against Murphy on the outside. Pick and roll with Grant. West into the lane. His layup is good, and he's fouled on the play by Walker. Number 4 on Jimmy Walker will send Jerry West to the free throw line. The shot by West is good. And that makes the lead 110-87. Jerry West now with 20 points on the night. And we are down to 44 seconds in the period with Houston on the offense. Inside they go to Marin. Marin works his way into the paint. In the land of giants, he unloads. It's off the back iron, no good, but Mcwilliams jumps in for the offensive rebound. Mcwilliams on the putback attempt. His shot from the paint is no good. And this time Jerry West comes out of there with it for Los Angeles. And we're down to 23 seconds in the period. And LA will try and hold for the final shot. And it's passed away. It is slapped away by Murphy. Murphy on the steal. And now it is Houston with 4 seconds to get a shot off. They get it to Mcwilliams in the low post, and at the buzzer, his shot is good. So at the end of the third quarter, it is a 22-point game. LA 111, Houston 89. As the Lakers just look unbeatable here tonight. We take a look at the third quarter box score. And indeed, it is GAIL Goodrich having a sensational night. 33 points on 9 of 13 from the field and 15 of 16 from the free throw line. West with 20, McMillan with 15, Wilt Chamberlain with 18 points and 13 rebounds. And the Lakers are just tearing it up at 64% from the field. And Houston, 89 points through 3 quarters would be enough to give them the lead in most situations. But the Lakers just have too much firepower. Tomjanovich with 27, now on 13 of 26 shooting. Jack Merritt having a good night with 22 points with those 9 turnovers. And it's really the defensive end of the floor that is hurting the Rockets here tonight in the Forum, as LA put up 38 points in the quarter to stretch the lead to 22. 12 for Goodrich, 11 for West, 8 for McMillan, leading to the sizable lead enjoyed by the Lakers here through 3 periods. All right, still got some folks here in the arena enjoying tonight's basketball action as we hit 10:30 Central Time and open up the fourth quarter of play. And once again, the Lakers win the jump as they have all 4 quarters of the ball game, and they will have the first possession of the quarter. They've got some backups in the game now, do the Lakers. In the backcourt, we have Keith Erickson at the point and Pat Riley at the shooting guard, with Bill Turner, 6-year man out of Akron University, my alma mater, is at the small forward, with Travis Grant at the power forward, and Wilt Chamberlain still out there at the center position. For Houston, you've got Murphy and McKenzie in the backcourt, Marin and Mcwilliams in the front court, and Rudy Tomjanovich now in the center position, where he will have the unenviable task of dealing with Wilt Chamberlain in the low block. Boy, if the Rockets just had one more M, they could have a 5M lineup. But they've got 4 M's and Rudy T. All right, LA with the basketball. Erickson swings it to Riley. Riley steps into the lane, lays it up, and good. Boy, Riley with a nice ball fake to get into the lane, converts the layup. He's got 4 points now on the night. Murphy now with it. On the outside, picked up by Erickson. He fires a dart from mid-range. It's offline. And Chamberlain cannot get the rebound as Tomjanovich outmaneuvered him. And Tomjanovich lays it up and good. Nice put back by Rudy T. He's got 29 on the night. Question in the chat, do you play with injuries? Yes, we do. In fact, there's no Happy Hairston for LA tonight. Ostensibly as a result of an injury. We've had a couple of guys shaken up, but nobody has had to leave the game tonight by the due to any injuries. It's not like it's Memphis and Golden State where they're just knocking the bejeebers out of each other left and right. So here is LA with the basketball. The lead is 24. As Keith Erickson now sets the offense. And he's going to look to Pat Riley. Riley on the outside drives the baseline, stops and pops and drops. 6 now for Riley. As Houston comes back the other way, they look inside to Eric Mcwilliams. His short jump shot is off the rim, no good. But Rudy T gets in for another offensive rebound. And he pump fakes. He shoots from 8 feet and scores it. Boy, 31 points, 10 rebounds for Rudy Tomjanovich. He's playing like he's a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. But he's not. He's a Rocket, and they're still down by 24 points. as the clock continues to run. The clock, of course, and the scoreboard, the two biggest enemies that Houston is facing here in quarter number 4. Here's Pat Riley with it on the outside, picked up by McKenzie. Drives into the lane. He's cut off by Rudy T. The short jump shot is no good. Contact on the inside, no foul called. Tomjanovich comes out with the rebound. He gets a quick outlet to Calvin Murphy, and Murphy wants to run. Murphy dribbles to his left, gets into the lane, in control, goes coast to coast, lays it up, and good. 13 now for Calvin Murphy as he goes the distance on that one, and the lead is cut to 20. 11 minutes to play, LA with the basketball, and still a comfortable 20-point lead. It's not time to worry yet. Here's a look for Riley from the outside. He gets into the lane. His layup is no good. We have got a whistle and a foul. That one is called on Stan McKenzie from Houston, and that'll send Pat Riley to the free throw line. Riley, a 79% free throw shooter on the regular season, is good with the first. And Riley hits them both, 2 for 2. And the lead is back up to 22 for LA. And Houston doing their best to keep it close, but just not enough offense to keep up. Here's Murphy with another possession. A long jump shot by Murphy is offline, and Chamberlain takes the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers will walk it back the other way. Still leading by 22. With another look from the outside for Pat Riley. This time Riley pulls the trigger from 16 feet out and scores it. Double digits now for Pat Riley off the bench. And assist number 7 for Wilt Chamberlain. How about that? A 24-point lead for the Lakers. As Murphy brings Houston back down to the offensive end. They get it over to McKenzie. McKenzie has it knocked away by Riley out of bounds. Houston will retain possession. 16 on the shot clock. As Chamberlain will now go to the bench. Mel Counts comes into the game. And it is officially all backups now for the Lakers. And mostly backups for the Rockets as well. They look inside to Mcwilliams. McWilliams looks for help, finds Tomjanovich inside, and Tomjanovich hits again. 33 now for Rudy T. 119-97 is your score, 10.5 to play. Inside they go to Travis Grant. He lays it up softly and scores for the Lakers. Back the other way come the Rockets. They've got another inside look for Marin. He's done some good work from the elbow tonight, and he hits again. He's now got 24, and the lead remains at 22. 10 minutes to play. LA content to trade baskets with the Rockets. As the Lakers are now shooting a blistering 65% from the field. Here's an outside look for Keith Erickson. He pauses, he pumps, and he scores. I don't think anybody on this Lakers squad is capable of missing a shot. Lead back to 24. Houston runs that inside look for Marin once again. His running left-hander is off the rim, no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul. That will go against Riley, and that'll send Jack Marin to the free throw line for 2 shots. Marin, 7th-year man out of Duke. He is good on both shots. He's got 26 points on the night. Houston has hit triple digits, 101, but LA has the 123. And still almost 10 minutes of action to go, as we have indeed seen wonderful offensive performances by both teams. LA on the possession. They get it down low to Mel Counts. And Mel Counts with the hook shot is good. He's got 8 points. And the lead is back up to 24. Houston on the other end. Murphy brings it up into Mcwilliams. Fakes, shoots, and scores. Nice work by Eric Mcwilliams in there. Possession back over to LA. The open man once again is Counts in the paint. Terrible pass that time, stolen by McKenzie. Counts got lazy with that pass. And Houston picks up the turnover. Quickly back the other way, they look to Murphy. His fadeaway jump shot is off target. And the rebound is taken by Erickson for the Lakers. Houston quickly back on defense, so the Lakers are content to pull it back out and set up the half-court offense. They send it down low to Counts, and this time Counts kicks the ball outside to Riley. Riley's perimeter jump shot is off target, and the rebound bounces out of bounds, last touched by the Lakers. Mike Newland and Cliff Mealy back into the game for the Rockets. And right away they go to Newland on the outside. He's been on the bench for a lot of tonight with foul trouble. He doesn't hesitate to pull the trigger, but he can't finish. Mcwilliams takes the offensive rebound. Mcwilliams on the putback from point-blank range is off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Mel Counts with the rebound for L.A. Under 9 to play. L.A. still on top by 22. With possession here on the offensive end. Erickson has it with room to operate on the outside. Looking for help. Finds Riley. 14 on the shot clock. Riley sends a pass out to Travis Grant on the perimeter. His jump shot is no good. Mel Counts takes the offensive rebound. Counts with the putback attempt is around the cylinder and off. And Rudy Tomjanovich takes the rebound for Houston. Houston hustling back. A clean pick and roll. Mealy picks up the loose ball, has the shot, can't get it to go. Mel Counts takes the rebound for L.A. L.A. back on the possession as Riley dribbles in and out of the trap. Gets it into Erickson. Erickson finds Travis Grant down low, and Travis Grant with the jump hook scores it. 11 now for Travis Grant. L.A. on top 24. Under 8.5 to play. Houston sets up the offense. They get it to Murphy on the outside. Murphy from the free throw line, tightly guarded by Riley. He shoots and misses. And Counts takes the rebound for the Lakers. Lakers back with it the other way. As we reach the 8-minute mark to play, here's Riley with it on the outside. Riley on the attack. Gets into the lane. Houston is weak inside, and Riley to the left hand lays it up and good. Give the assist to Bill Turner. 129-103. The lead is 26. But who's counting? Murphy finds Newland. Newland back to Murphy, back to Newland. Nice little give and go. Newland gets the open look, but cannot deliver. And the rebound is taken for Los Angeles by Mel Counts. L.A. back on the offense. Once again, they look inside to Travis Grant. The sensational rookie posts up on Tomjanovich. His left-hander is off the glass and through the net. That is good. 13 now off the bench for Travis Grant. Lots of garbage time points for a promising young rookie out of Kentucky State, member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. And Travis Grant would go on to a successful career in the American Basketball Association. Houston now down by 28, their biggest deficit of the night. Under 8 minutes to play, they look inside to Mcwilliams. Mcwilliams banging bodies with Bill Turner in the paint. Mcwilliams scores, and he's now got 10 points on the night. Let's see if we can get something for Bill Turner. He's the only player on the court who has not scored for the Lakers. He's got Tomjanovich on him on this possession. Instead, they're going to have to kick it out to Grant on the baseline. He drives around Mcwilliams, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. Travis Grant, a scoring machine here off the bench. He has now got 15. And the lead, once again, is stretched to 28. 7.5 to play as Houston looks to Newland. Newland from 15 feet out misses again. He's having a tough shooting night. He is still scoreless. And that rebound bounces out of bounds. Ball goes over to Los Angeles. Grant is now going to come out of the game. He needs a rest. He has multiple substitutions for both teams. As we're just now playing out the string with the 28-point deficit and under 7.5 to play. Open for LA is Pat Riley. He sends it over to Turner. Can we get something for Turner? No. Turner passes it back out to West. Back to Turner. Back to Riley on the perimeter. He powers to the basket. Picks up the dribble. His short jump shot is no good. And Jack Barron comes out with a rebound for LA. Or for Houston, excuse me. And here's an open look for Marin in the mid-range, and he connects on that. He's got 28 points now, and we are approaching the 7-minute mark to play. The ball goes to West. West pick up on the outside by Newland. And West is unable to get the shot off. That's a shot clock violation. But LA certainly has no reason to be in a rush with under 7 minutes to play and a comfortable 26-point lead. Here's Marin with it on the wing. Sends it over to Newland, back to Marin. Marin with the outside jump shot is offline, but he is bodied on the play by Bill Turner. Actually, that was Newland who drew the foul on Turner, and it will be Mike Newland looking for his first points of the night. Newland connects on the free throw. Newland, another very good free throw shooter, he says. And this time the announcers, Jakes does not put a curse on Newland. And with 6.5 minutes to play, it is a 24-point game. 133-109. LA with the basketball. Inside it goes to Bridges, and he's got it stolen away by Cliff Mealy. Mealy on the steal for Houston, and it is a fast break opportunity the other way, and what the heck. Mike Newland dribbles. He's got Mealy on the wing. Mealy not a threat in the fast break. Wisely gives it back to Newland, and Newland lays it up, and good. So quickly 4 points for Mike Newland as he gets off the schneid. LA sets things up. Let's see if they can get something for Turner. West on the outside, finds Bill Turner in the paint. Turner rises up and scores! The first 2 points of the night for the former Akron Zip, Bill Turner. And there was much rejoicing. It's back to a 24-point lead as we reach the midway point of quarter number 4. Now let's see if we can get something for Mealy. Mealy on the inside, backs in. His turnaround jump shot is in and out, but Walker pulls out the rebound for the Rockets. Over to Newland, back to Walker, tightly guarded by West. The jump shot by Walker is off the rim, no good. Well defended by West. Bill Turner takes the rebound for LA. Turner is a man on fire. Look at that Akron Zip go. West on the perimeter, gets it to Counts down low, and Counts puts one home. He's now got double digits. And West has just picked up his 10th assist of the night. 20 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Nice night for Jerry West. The lead is back up to 26. The clock reads 5.5 to play. Here's another outside look for Marin. He fakes. He gets around Riley, gets into the lane, but the layup falls off the rim, and Mel Counts grabs the rebound for the Lakers. Let's see if we can get something for Bridges. Bridges down low working on Mealy. He drives. He runs into Mealy, and he's called for the offensive foul. That is number 5 on Bridges. And Bill Turner leaves the game to the uproarious applause of the fans here at the LA Forum. Give it up for the former Akron Zip. Back on offense is Houston. Abdulaziz has it on the low block. Tries to get it over to McKenzie. That's a terrible pass. It is stolen by McMillan. For another possession for LA. Now 5 minutes to play. Ball goes outside to Goodrich back in the game. They had to bring the starters back because the reserves were too tired. And Goodrich nails another mid-range jump shot. He's now got 35 points on the night. Inside they go to McKenzie. McKenzie working on Bridges inside. He shoots from in close, and it's around the rim, no good. Bridges got a piece of it. But on the rebound, we've got a loose ball foul, and that is going to go against Mel Counts from the Lakers. Houston will keep possession. Four and a half minutes to play. The lead is 28. Thank you to everybody who is still hanging out with us here tonight. Houston sets up the offense. They look inside now to Mealy. Mealy has not scored yet. He dribbles inside. He lays it up. That's no good. Abdulaziz clears the rebound, and they'll set up. No, Abdulaziz is going to try for the putback attempt. Counts got a piece of that one. Mealy takes the rebound. He's got 6 boards on the night. Mealy with the putback attempt. Two-handed, spins out again. Boy, Mealy just can't catch a break tonight. He has missed 5 straight, and he is the only player on either team who has not scored. So I'm going to dedicate the next 4 minutes and 24 seconds of this game to seeing if we can't get a basket for Cliff Mealy. He's got 6 rebounds, so he's got that going for him. But the lead is 28. We're under 4.5 to play. And LA is content to run some time off the clock. They run a little motion set. They get it to Erickson on the wing. His shot is off target, and the rebound is taken by Newland for Houston. Now we've got 3-on-3 going the other way. Newland wants to run, and I can't blame him. He gets it to McKenzie on the wing. McKenzie drives baseline. Cross-courts it to Abdulaziz under the basket. Abdulaziz cannot get the layup to go, but McKenzie keeps possession with the rebound, and the Rockets will now reset. Newland now running the point with McKenzie in the backcourt. The pass goes to Abdulaziz down low, back to Newland from the circle, and that's no good. The rebound is knocked out of bounds. Los Angeles basketball. We're under 4 minutes to play. The lead is still 28. As the Lakers set up the offense, and they're going to look inside to Counts. He takes the pass from Mr. Clutch, and Counts slam dunk. 141-111. It is now a 30-point game. LA with 70 points in the paint and 71 from the perimeter. How about those numbers for an evenly distributed offensive attack? Houston down by 11. They've got Mealy with West on him down low, and West took it away. We tried, but Jerry West with the steal on that one. LA's got it 3-on-2 going the other way. It's Goodrich from the free throw line. Sends it to West. Over to Erickson, filling the lane, and Erickson lays it up and good. 6 points for Erickson, and the lead is now 32. Now Mealy has a look from the inside, guarded by Bridges. He shoots from 5 feet out and misses again. Cannot get it to fall. Mel Counts takes the rebound for the Lakers. We're under 3.5 to play. Lakers in no hurry. West has it out on top, sends it across to Goodrich. Down to Bridges on the low block. His shot is no good, and the rebound is taken for Houston by Abdulaziz. Houston comes back with Newland. Newland wants to attack. He steps around Goodrich. Goodrich goes down, but Newland cannot get the layup. The tip by Mcwilliams is no good, and Bill Bridges takes the rebound for the Lakers. Bless me. It's a 32-point lead for the Lakers. As West has it out on top, looks to distribute, finds Erickson down low. Erickson wants to kick it out to Goodrich. There's 6 on the shot clock. Goodrich is open and scores it. He's now got 37 on the night, and we are under 3 minutes to play. Houston gets it inside to Abdulaziz. Yeah, Salvador America is in the chat room. Salvador, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Abdulaziz over to Mealy on the outside. The jump shot by Mealy is good. And there was much rejoicing. Mealy finally gets one to go. He was 1 for 8 on the night, and everybody in the game has scored. It is a YMCA kind of game. Everybody needs their shots. Everybody needs their baskets. And with 2:43 to play, it is a 32-point lead in favor of the Lakers. And boy, if the Lakers can continue this kind of offense performance, I don't know who's going to stop them. Now West on the outside. Looks for counts. No one is there for that pass. That is out of bounds. Houston basketball. And now we have got changes at both sides. A token appearance for Roger Brown, a rookie center out of Kansas. 6'11", 230 pounds. Not to be mistaken for the great Indiana Pacer, Roger Brown. All right, 2.5 minutes to play. Houston with the basketball. Setting up the offense. Kind of a mishmash of an offensive set. The ball ends up in the hands of Mike Newland, who has struggled tonight. Newland on the perimeter drives to the basket. He's cut off by Brown. His shot is no good. And Pat Riley escapes with the rebound for Los Angeles. LA comes back the other way. It's Travis Grant on the baseline from 15, and he scores again. That's 17 garbage time points for Travis Grant. Oh, now we've got to get a point for Roger Brown. We've got a scoreless guy on the court. Scoreless guy alert. And let's see if we can find something for Roger Brown. Newland has it for the Rockets. From the outside, he's going to pull the trigger. His perimeter jump shot is good. As Newland gets one to go and give the assist to Abdulaziz. 2 minutes to play. Riley has the ball on the outside for the Lakers. His fadeaway jump shot is good. 12 points in the fourth quarter for Pat Riley, as if anybody cares. Under 2 minutes to play, the lead is 34. I might need some help with the math. Newland has it once again. Newland sends it to Mcwilliams on the inside. Mcwilliams working on Erickson in the paint. His turnaround jump shot from in close is good. And that is 12 points on the night for Eric Mcwilliams. 149, 117, 142 to play. And just for fun, let's see if we can get a shot for Roger Brown. Grant has the ball on the outside. They couldn't get it to Brown. The jump shot from Grant is off target. And McKenzie takes the rebound for Houston. 1.5 to play. Houston looks inside to Abdulaziz. His shot from in the middle. He drives. He's knocked to the floor. And it is... Oh, Brown drew the charge. And now we've got a fatigue warning for Mealy for Houston. So we will bring Otto Moore back into the game. He has been missed most of the game with foul trouble. And Mel counts back in for the Lakers. He's got I'll bring Bridges back in. He's got some foul trouble, but what the heck? You only live once. Bridges with the ball on the inside for LA. Working on Abdulaziz, shoots from short range and scores it. 8 points now for Bridges. The lead is 34. 151. Boy, 151 points. That is insane. Moore with the ball inside for Houston. Gets the pass from McKenzie. The post up against Brown. His shot is no good. Abdulaziz grabs the offensive rebound. Abdulaziz with the putback attempt. Is offline and rebounded by Bridges. They still can't get it to Brown. Goodrich has it. Over to Erickson. Back to Goodrich. His jump shot is no good. And Bridges takes the rebound off the offensive glass. 40 seconds to play. Bridges takes it back up strong. His jump shot is way off target. And Mcwilliams grabs the rebound for Houston. 23 seconds to play. And Houston is just going to dribble it around for a bit. Newland has it on the outside. He passes it down to Otto Moore in the paint. Moore kicks it back out to Newland, who shoots from deep and cannot hit, but Mcwilliams tips it in off the glass. 12 seconds to play. Again, they cannot get it to Brown this time. It is Erickson. Erickson gets it to Brown. His fadeaway from in close is off the iron, no good, but a foul is called on Zaid Abdulaziz, and it will be Roger Brown headed to the line to shoot two. And with 2 seconds to play, we are going to get the YMCA coach's dream if the 33% free throw shooter can hit, and he hits it. All right, Roger Brown, the rookie out of Kansas, scores his first point of the night, and everybody on both teams has scored with 2 seconds to play in this one. And everybody will get a little box of orange soda and probably a popsicle or something out of the cooler at the end of the game. 2 seconds to play, 153-119 is your score. Calvin Murphy has the ball. He is going to throw one up from 10 feet out, and he scores it at the buzzer. That is your ball game, and what a performance we have seen by the LA Lakers. 42 points in the fourth, a total of 153 on the night, and a 65% performance from the field. What a showing by the LA Lakers here tonight in the Forum as they take Game 2 of the series 153-121. Thank you to everybody who came out tonight as we take a look at the box score. The leading scorer of the ball game was indeed GAIL Goodrich with 37. Nice night for Jerry West, 20 points, 10 assists, and a total of 7 players in double digits for the Lakers on the evening. Houston did their best to keep up. 121 points is nothing to sneeze at. 33 from Rudy Tomjanovich, 28 from Jack Marin, 15 off the bench from Calvin Murphy. Yeah, these Lakers are looking overwhelming as they defend the Epic Basketball League championship. All right, so thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. Al, Red Sox fans, Salvador, America, Midlife Crisis, Jim Connell. Great to see everybody out here for the ball game tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with Heartland Championship Wrestling. And until then, that's our stream, and I am out of here.